News, my lovely, wonderful people. You won't believe it. Under Tinubu, because of Tinubu, Nigeria ranks second in Africa in the 2023 criminal index. In the 2023 crime index, they say Nigeria is the second most criminal nation in Africa. We're not talking about in just in Africa. They say, and when they talk the matter, Tinubu come, they say, how come? How come? You mean Africa? You mean Nigeria is the second most criminal nation in Africa. Where Tinubu, you caused it, and you have seen for yourself. You also, your credibility is not clear, and everybody is watching. And the truth of it is that we all know exactly what's happening right now, and we need this country to move forward. We need things to get better so that Nigeria can move forward. But guess what? At the moment, they say Nigeria is actually the second most criminal nation in Africa, and it's really very painful. It's really very painful because it should not have been that way. It's really very painful. You see, it's very, very painful. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Under Tinubu's watch, Nigeria ranks second in Africa in 2023 crime index. Nigeria is seen as the second most criminal nation in Africa. Nigeria, under the watch of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has ranked the country with the second highest in criminality in Africa, after the DRC in Central Africa, according to Africa organizations. The criminality of Tinubu himself is part of the ranking that many Nigerians are saying is the reason Nigeria came second. There are other African nations with a lot of criminal activities going on, but recently Nigeria has jumped up to second in the ranking order as, Africa's second most criminal nation in Africa. And this is absurd because, people are expecting that these things should have been different right about now. But really, sincerely, truly speaking, Africa has become, Nigeria has lost their credibility. Nigeria has lost their credibility, and crime rate has risen so high. And when you're looking at crime rate rising, you can tell that even from the presidency down, the president, is he legitimately there? Is a Senate president, is he legitimate? Even the vice president, is he legitimately there? The vice president, okay, double nomination and the rest. The Senate, the president himself, certificate forgery, then the Senate president, one who, when he was the governor of Akwa Ibom, okay, or when he was NDDC's chairman, So what exactly? Which of them has a clean criminal-free record? Or is he the chief of staff to the president himself? Bajwemela, to mention but a few. What exactly is really going on here? So we all know that, there is serious need for urgent attention in order to save this country from the current disposition. And we need this country to be in a better place. So everybody knows that Nigeria needs a breath of fresh air. And then we all need this country to be in a better place. Every time there is serious need for people to rise up and to ensure that the right things are done, what do we do? Do we allow such things to continue to govern us? Now Nigeria is ranking second in Africa. Second in Africa. What has not been before? As a criminal nation, second in Africa. What has not been before? So everybody is wondering when this change will really come. Under Tinubu's watch, see where Nigeria has now, where Nigeria is, how Nigeria is seen as a criminal nation, under Tinubu's watch, under his watch. And you sit there and you tell me that all is well. Okay, you sit there and you tell me that all is well. My sisters, my brothers, all is not well. All is not well if we continue to, do these things without us really, really rising up. Okay? Without us really rising up and ensuring that the right things are done. So it is very, very important that every one of us do everything, humanly speaking, possible to bring us to where we need to be. Nigerians, it is important that we do not leave ourselves in the hands of these people who truly, sincerely, truly speaking, most of them are basically looking out for themselves and not just because they really care about Nigerians or they really want to make a change or make this nation a better place. Tinubu comes in, with all impunity, see how Nigeria has been rated. Did you even see the video of, other nations making fun of Nigeria's president? And that is because, that's the way we have, they see us. It is sad, but that's the reality of what is on ground. That's the way they see us. Nigeria now ranking Africa second, second in Africa as the most, criminal nation in Africa. Second in Africa. And then you tell me that all is well? No, all is not well. All is not well. So the real question here is every one of us needs to understand where we are at and what we can do differently in order to help this nation become a better place. Okay? Every one of us must ensure that we rise up. The days upon us are so critical. It is serious. Okay? And we all need to rise up. Okay, we all need to rise up and ensure that we do not leave our nation in the hands of people who have come to disgrace the nation in an unacceptable manner. What they are all doing, most of them are basically looking out for themselves. What Tinubu, some of the things Tinubu have been doing since he came, said he's going to look for investors. In fact, Peter Obi was one of the first people to tell him that you don't go to look for investors. You put your house in order, investors will naturally gravitate towards you. They will naturally come. So you can't just sit back there and tell us you are going to look for investors. What investors are you looking out for? What investors exactly? So this is what is happening. This is part of what is going on and why every one of us must take this nation very seriously. And I know that this is our home. Okay? We should know that this is our home and not allow, these same people, whoever they are, to be those who decide what happens to us. Because at the end of the day, we live with the consequences of the decisions we have made. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. From us is bye for now. Don't forget, you have a voice. Bye bye.